So, good morning, everyone. We have just, last time in the last week, we have just stopped over here. What will be the highlights of this course? Now, we'll continue from here. Key entrepreneurs wants certainty. Okay, they thrive on uncertainty basically, and engineers desire certainty, whereas entrepreneurs thrive on uncertainty. So these are 2 points, right? For example, engineers want certainty. You learn physics rules, mathematics rules. Okay, this is how thermodynamics should work. These are the laws which are governing, right? But entrepreneurs thrive on uncertainty. They are exactly the opposite. Okay, so they do multiple things, multiple tasking, but they don't follow more often the rules. They make their own rules. Okay, so all of you at the end of this course will become good entrepreneurs. So the next question is, are entrepreneurs born? What is your response? What do you think? Are they born, yes or no?
No, sir.
Yeah, we can experience it. We can live a life of an entrepreneur, or we can even, provide proper training to be an entrepreneur, but they are not born by birth. Next, now I want you all to discuss, is there a bad side of entrepreneurship? What do you think? What is your response? Does anything comes to your mind which, you know, there is a bad side to this entrepreneurship? Kindly respond. What do you think in this aspect? Ki being an entrepreneur has these, qualities which are not word, or is there a dark side to it? So let's say you have become an entrepreneur. I mean, what could go wrong? Okay, you're typing it. Sleepless nights and depression. Yes, yes, correct.
Sir, not qualities per se,
Mm-hmm.
but I interned in an startup in the vacation, and
Okay.
the bad side I would say is that he was at it for like 5 to 6 months on his own money investment,
Okay.
but the startup wasn't going anywhere, and it ended up failing, and he had to get back to his job. So a lot
Oh.
of his time and money was wasted in that. So I would say that is a bad side.
Okay. So startup failed. That's the bad side, right? He
Yeah,
didn't.
and the money and the time just got
Yeah,
wasted.
yeah. Money and time, and he could have done something better. So he wasted all his resources, right? That's what you mean to say. So if
Yes.
okay, anything else? I mean, anything which you think of, or you have seen certain people who are entrepreneurs, and what do you think they have a bad? I mean, what bad other bad side we have? Depression, one of you told. Sleepless nights, that's perfectly fine. Startup failure, that is also there. Then, do these entrepreneurs always have financial stability? Do they all have cash flow in all throughout their journey? Yes or no?
No, sir. Ups and
So
downs.
yeah, so that's bad side, na. Sometimes you don't have the money, and even when you want to do something more, you want to sell more, you don't have the resources. So that's a bad side. Financial instability is the bad side. Means in a year, it may happen that your product may sell only during winter. Now winter happens in India for a very short duration, maybe November, December. So the bad side is throughout the year. Let's say you're selling jackets, woolen jackets. So what happens is will they sell during summer season? No, correct. They will sell only during the like umbrellas. They'll sell only in the rainy season. So what's the downside of that? Financial instability. Only for let's say few months, 3 months or 2 months or 4 months, your product will sell. For remaining months, you have to survive on the sale money, whatever you have accumulated. So are you all understanding? What else? Entrepreneurs, have you seen entrepreneurs being supported by family, or they go out of the way and develop something which families also don't support. Have you heard of these things? Or they get family support and family itself, invest in their startups or something like this. Do you want to say something on it?
Sir, Ola example, Bhavish Agarwal.
Yeah, correct, correct. Then do you have family pressure of becoming an entrepreneur, starting a business? You have discussed, a lot, because being in a job and being are two different things. And there is a word coin called as toxic positivity. Can anyone tell me? So let's say this is my tone, you know, I am the best. I am creating the job. So do you see a touch bit of arrogance? I am the creator, I am the job creator, I am creating the job for the others. So a little bit of change in the attitude shift also happens, and that can be a can that be a bad side to entrepreneurship? Is they slightly become a little more arrogant, or there cannot be any bad side only? Hello. So once you become a position of power, you don't see really the authority, or you can be cheated by your own partner also. Okay. So these are some of the bad sides to entrepreneurship. Anything else which you want to? Hello. Anything else which you want to say? Okay, I want to discuss one more example. Let's say you make flower pots. Flower pots. Okay, you keep the flowers on inside that. So to keep it real and to keep the real or artificial flowers, and that is what your business is. And let's say you manufacture them, you sell them, and the capacity of your business or your venture is making hundred flower pots a day. So let's say a company comes along and says, I love your design. I love, how you make the, flower pot and the quality. It looks beautiful. So I have this huge business of making flower plots. And and he says, the company who comes along says, can you make 1,000 flower pots a day for me? Remember, your engineering capacity is to make 100 flower pots a day, and someone bigger company's firm is coming and saying, can you make 1,000 flower pots a day? So my question to you is it unethical to say yes, or is it entrepreneurial to say yes? What will be your response? I repeat, is it unethical to say yes, or is it entrepreneurial to say yes?
Unethical.
Unethical. What about others? You can make
Entrepreneurial to say yes.
okay. Any other response?
Sir, if it's a calculated risk, then I guess entrepreneurial.
Yeah, that's what entrepreneurs do, right? They thrive on the opportunities. So if I am an entrepreneur, I'm going to find a way, right? And that's how you grow your business, right? That's why you take yeah. I mean, if an engineer is there and is building the team and he's knowing the capacity, he cannot make more than 100, then he's limited by his technology. But an entrepreneur goes out of the way. They get things done. They are going to find a way. So the correct answer is, it is entrepreneurial to say yes. And if you think the other way, that means you still have to develop that entrepreneurial mindset. Okay. Now let's see what is that thing which we are talking about. So this is what is entrepreneurial mindset means. It's a way of thinking that enables you to overcome challenges, to be decisive, to accept responsibility. Okay, these are the very, very important, mindsets which an entrepreneur has. Or accept responsibility means what? We say no all the time, oh, government does this, oh, this person did this, but you have to take the responsibility. I did this. My team is responsible for that. Okay. So other thing is, rather than you being specific, You be specific then, right? You can't say, oh, I had the data. If I had the data, if I had this, if I had more time, if this happened, then I product might be increased. No, there is no, you can't say these things. And as entrepreneur, you need to get up, take a decision, given the best knowledge, think through it and deliver. Okay, so you must have faith and believe. So let's say entire world is telling Elon Musk that you cannot do this. Now Elon Musk is the one who is the CEO and the chief designer of SpaceX, the rocket producer, right? Now he said, if the entire world is telling him that he cannot do it, he said, well, I can. You don't believe it, but I do believe it. And see, the rocket producer SpaceX is, he can do it. Only earlier it was believed that only NASA or very big agencies can do it, but he did it. Okay, so this is what do you mean by having an entrepreneurial mindset. Okay, now these are the some of the Mr. Forbes top, the richest person list. So these are the name of the entrepreneurs also. They are the entrepreneurs also, investors also. They are the companies: Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Salesforce, Netflix, Microsoft, Adobe, and Apple. Okay, now I want to see their 12-month sales growth, and they see the company innovation premium. Okay, how innovatively they are, benefiting, the companies benefited by their innovation. So you can see that factor also, right? And you can see, and now there was a fact key: Facebook, after every 2 hours they innovate. I know they change something according to the customer or the users feedback. So that's how often the innovation happens, within the company also, like. And there are some 10 signs of you being and having an entrepreneurial mindset. So signs that you have an entrepreneurial mindset is: first is you are a creative thinker. Okay, so if you are a creative thinker, you have an entrepreneurial mindset. You get things done, and you just don't think about it. You just don't think about it. You do it. Actually, you don't write paper on it. You don't get A's. No one cares if you get a. Okay, an entrepreneur is not like he should be the top of a class. He even can be an average student who just could just pass. Also, he also can be an entrepreneur. So there is a no tag involved. Ki even only a successful student or getting good academic grades can become an entrepreneur. No, right? So next is don't take no. Okay. So gasoline cars can move at so much speed. They cannot go faster than this. It will reach the limit of physics. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I cannot fight with the physics or laws of nature. But now I can move gasoline cars. So what happened? You break the barriers. Earlier you were limited to the laws of physics. Ki gasoline cars cannot have a speed limit. But now you see electric cars. You need to start thinking creatively, and you can never ever take no for an answer. You keep on innovating, or do you find a way. Next is you can take failures. It's okay to fail. There is nothing wrong in failing. Fail, get up again, fail and get up again. So there was a conference on failing itself, conference of failing. In people have badges saying ki I failed 2 times, I failed 4 times. People were bragging about their failures. You remember that 14 magic number? Actual, the VCs would give money to the people who fail more, because they say if you fail, you learn. If you don't learn anything from your failure, it's not a good failure. So failing is okay as long as you learn from it. Okay. So next is you reject employee mindset. You remember you don't want to have a boss. Next is you are a self-starter. You're not waiting for someone to say, okay, this is the thing which you have to do. This is the assignment which you have to do. No, you start moving on your own, right? You are the boss. Then entrepreneurs are extremely passionate. They possess people skill. You like people, right? So next thing is you don't mind competition. Entrepreneurs don't mind competition at all. I mean, that motivation to, develop a better and a better product than your competitors, and you work very hard. These are the 10 entrepreneurial mindsets which are found most often in entrepreneurs. Any questions on this? Fine. So even if you think okay, fine, I don't have some of them, that's okay. We are going to get you all started. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's go back to this slide. Okay. So for the next 4 months, practice these things. This four, traits. This 5 traits which you have. So it could be as simple or as simple as you go to a restaurant, you order a vada or a dosa, right? Right or wrong, don't think about it too much today. Ki whether you have made a right decision to order a South Indian food or this food. No, just make a decision. Even if you know if you are wrong, right? Even if there might be situations that you're feeling that you're wrong, your gut feeling is that you're going wrong. Even if you are not sure about it, so that you're confident, start practicing. Okay, example, we look into the mirror and say I am the best. It will give you a lot of confidence. It will change you from within. Just you never know unless you practice what you can do. You are limitless in that. You have limit. You have it's just not confined to limits. Along with it, we should have humility. Okay, learn from every single day from everyone. You can learn from even listening to your teacher, listening to me right now, or listening to your friends, or just observing things every day, or even you learn watching televisions, videos, newspapers, books. You learn from everywhere. Okay, and be resilient. Get up and go. Fail fast. Now, just one of you were talking about, being a part of a startup where he couldn't continue. So, if you fail fast in a startup, you lose less time, you lose less money, and you can come up with a new idea very often. So it's okay to fail unless until you fail fast and fail. So you find another nice way to do it. Okay, so that's why I mean, this is what you mean by resilience and having the humility. So these are the traits which you should learn for the next 4 months: decisiveness, confidence, accountability, resilience, and humility. Ah, I want to ask you all, why do you think you need entrepreneurship? Why we require entrepreneurship in today's world? Now, your turn to answer. Why you will become an entrepreneur? Hello.
With the amount of resources that we have at our dispense, innovation is bound to happen. So I think entrepreneurship comes in there to use those
Okay.
resources in a very, innovative manner.
Yeah, some of you have written we can be job creators. Very. Anything else? Job creators, job providers. What else can entrepreneurs bring in the change in the world? Can it
So
make a better
innovation.
place? Yes, very good. Innovation, absolutely correct. What else? Why do you think you need entrepreneurship? Most point, please. Come on, you're in the right track. Hello, others? Come on, respond. Think. So some of the responses can be, it has come from y'all. You have to improve standards of living and create wealth. Absolutely correct. Yes. To change the world, to realize the dream. Why entrepreneurship? To become independent. Yes. Innovation, passion, create solutions. job creators, creativity, improved lifestyle, no boss. So these are the kind of responses which we get. Okay, so you come up with new ideas, things which are hasn't been solved, things which are existing for a long time, and you do the innovation, and this becomes a service to all, right? So all the world which has so many problems, climate, rural, societal, everyday around, we can solve this all these problems by just becoming an entrepreneur or having an entrepreneurial mindset. You can create a solution or a service or a product which will help improve the climate, you know rural development, societal development, everyday face problems, something which irritates you, which irritates ki this problem is there, so you try to solve it by having an idea. So people do entrepreneurship for money, for providing jobs, for solving the problems. Okay, so these are all the motivators to be an entrepreneur. So these are some successful entrepreneurs in India. As they are the kind of companies they own: Flipkart, Ola, Paytm, Oyorum, Swiggy, Zomato, and Zivame. Now, can you tell me what are all these things? Is there a common thing to all of them? Are they building any products? Please speak.
No, sir, they are using the existing resources, just they are creating an organized way.
Correct, absolutely correct. That's what engineers do. That's why the name successful. What else? What else is common? What do you see the services which are they offering? What is unique about them?
They all just connect people with the organization.
So even if you use their service, do they charge it? Do they charge it for downloading Flipkart? Do they charge it? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. Ola, Paytm, no, they don't charge it for using it. And there are some services for using it, they charge, right? So that's the innovative there also. Oyo Roam, Swiggy, Zomato, you can use them in your own business. You use their service. If you like it, well, you will use it again. If you don't like it, well, you move on to something else, correct? So they create a value proposition in the mindset of the customers. And yeah, so that will be all from the last time. I've already given this, are you an entrepreneur? Basically all this contents to have been created before that, but yeah, these are the acknowledgements. Professor Salini Gopal Krishnan from Menlo College in USA, that is IUCE course of entrepreneurship. So some of the concepts, many of the concepts I've adopted from there. Then Google Images, Menti.com, YouTube, and OneNote. So these are all the acknowledgements. Now let's begin with today's topic. Okay, I was supposed to cover yesterday. I'm covering from today. Okay, so this is entrepreneurship session number 3, and we are going to start now. Just relax a bit for 30 seconds. Okay, and just start then. Oh, so let us start. What is coming next? So, can you tell me what is development? So, let me take a lead. It's a nodding process. We develop we have new development every day, which leads to growth. Growth, like development of devices. We can have economical growth, or which mainly leads to product sales. Our development should also have some social impact on the society. Okay, can you give some examples of recent developments in current era? What do you see here? What has been developed? Let's say 1 year, let's say post-pandemic, last 1 year, since you are there at homes and not coming to the colleges, what has developed?
Sir,
What
infrastructure
developments?
of country.
Okay.
So, vaccine?
Okay. So there was a problem and there was a vaccine, right? So yeah, fine. The response to the problem might be vaccine. What other new developments?
Online
So,
education.
So many
Anything
of
else?
the students, they came up with innovative ideas like face mask detector or sanitization techniques or like that.
Yes. Correct, correct. So there was a problem and there were so many solutions. Everyone wanted to ease the, burden of pandemic. Like they were, as you rightly said, they were having a lot of innovative ideas, a lot of solutions. So in fact, this pandemic, I know it's a very, very difficult times which are going on, but it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs, to think of different ideas, discuss them. Right now is the time to think and provide a solution. And who will provide a solution, right? Common people like us. It not be let's say a scientist provide the solution. Do you think even only scientists provide a solution? No, students. I know not only engineering students, commerce, arts, anyone who have an idea can provide a solution. Okay, and then one of the possible areas where we require the development the most in our country is so this is what you development means. Development is a process that create growth, progress, positive changes, or the addition of physical, economical, environmental, social, and demographic component. Okay, so that is the most challenging part, rural development. Now we know that 70% of the population in India is living in villages, which is the rural population. So rural development is directly proportional to country development, and rural development helps in increasing the per capita, GDP. Rural development has a national cause. So these are the motivators, primary motivators to go for the rural development. So in this rural development, we have 5 areas, focus areas: water resources and management, waste management, agriculture, health and nutrition, and energy. So you see, most of the grants or the government projects are working around these 5 basic needs. All 5 focus areas are interlinked. It's a government focused, right? And these are the most important focus areas. For example, health and nutrition. We have where they are affecting the doctors, hospitals, medical stores. These things come to our mind. We as engineers always strive to reuse or the resistance or hesitant key that health is a different domain that is not related to my engineering branch. That's why I cannot do anything. This is one of the reasons why India is lagging behind in medical devices. There is a huge gap between medical practice, those who practice medicine, and engineers. Still, engineers can contribute. For example, company engineers can develop a software or a service which can help a medical staff diagnose a disease, right? And we should not restrict ourselves that I am an electronic engineer, I am a mechanical engineer, I am an electronics and telecommunication engineer, so I cannot contribute to health and nutrition. In today's technological area, we can contribute in interdisciplinary fields or areas. That's why projects should be interdisciplinary in nature. What do you think? Do you agree we can 5 areas which are visible to you right now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is your
Sir, can you repeat your question?
Nani, my question is, do you agree that as engineers, which we are limited to mechanical domain or EXTC domain, can we as engineers contribute to each and every domain? Even if we are, for example, in health and nutrition, even if we not belong to medical, field, still we can contribute. So what is your response in this?
Yes, sir. Like most of the machines which they use in the hospital, they are designed by engineers, right?
Yes, correct, correct. Yeah, correct. So now, next, we are moving on to a very, very important activity, which is lined up now. Okay, so let's see. So that's activity time. This is your time now. For the next 10 minutes, y'all will be thinking and y'all will be speaking. So, what do you see in this picture? What is this?
Different ways to serve tea.
Yeah, okay. So let's say you are selling a drinkable tea. Okay. So now tell me what all things you require. Just tell me what happens. You want to start a business of selling a drinkable tea. So what all things according to you will be required? Now everyone should participate in this. You have just want to start a tea business, selling the drinkable tea. So what do you think will be the requirements or the important things?
All the ingredients,
Yes, very good.
Cup,
then
saucer,
something to
teapot.
like to heat it. Mm.
Yes, yes, go on, go on.
So
Crockery,
stove
yes.
and gas you need.
Yeah, gas and stove, yes, correct. Next. Come on, keep on responding.
Sitting arrangement.
Sitting arrangement, chairs, tables, yes, correct. What
So if we
else?
want to make it more innovative, we can give them a menu card of various types of teas like masala tea, chocolate tea, etc.
Very good, very good. Menu card, correct. Ingredients, crockery, gas, stove, skills to make tea. Okay. What else? What else you will require?
The space, I mean land to
Yes, correct.
set stall.
Yes, yes, correct. What else? You want to
Uh,
create a business. Yes.
So we will need
chef.
customers.
Of course, that's the most important thing. Customers. Very good. You will require customers. So now think why will customers come to you for
Marketing.
drinking a tea? Think.
Quality of tea.
Location.
Yes, quality of tea, location, everything matters. Yes. Good quality. Yes. What else?
Price.
Yes, cost, price. That is also important factor. What else?
Like how we serve them.
Yes, just yes, correct. Now, how will you serve them? What are your options? You can serve them in a plastic cups, or you can serve them in a glass cups. Am I right? Or
Yes, sir.
thermocol cups. What else? Come on, think. You're starting a business, so you should have a lot of these things coming up right away. Come on, people. How will you keep this tea business hygiene? Okay, yes, that's an important point. Now you want to survive, your business should survive and thrive for a long time. What you will do? Oh,
Sir, can we provide some additional, like with the tea, we can provide like some biscuits like that.
excellent. That's what I'm waiting for. Alternatives to sustain the business. Let's say if tea doesn't work, something else. You should provide additional things. Correct. What else?
Good customer relation.
Okay, good customer relation. And how will you maintain that? How will you provide a good customer relation?
So we can ask them their feedback, like we can randomly choose
Correct.
our customers and ask them about it.
Yes. How is the tea quality? Is any improvement required? Correct. That's how you establish the trust with the customers. Very good. Keep coming. There are a lot of points which are still to be discussed. Think.
So we can tie up with some company like TCS or any other corporate company. So we can provide them every day.
Okay. So you mean to say location wise, you can locate your tea stall near the company or a corporate or inside the company campus or a corporate. That's what you're
No,
saying?
we can locate anywhere, but we can do that also. Oh, we can just provide the
Okay. Yeah,
service.
very good. Okay.
So we can also
Different
make
flavors of tea. Yes,
So
yes.
we can also make use of social media marketing in a way so that we can increase our business.
Okay, very good. Very good. Anything else? I think there are too many. I mean, there are a lot of things when you start a business. There are a lot of ideas which are there floating up. So you have given a lot of good ideas. Continue in that. Please continue. Hello. You are going in the right track, everyone. Acha, tell me, why will you open a business? What is the primary objective?
A lack of
Hello.
supply.
What is it? Arey, to earn money, na? Profit.
Acha,
Yes.
हाँ.
Yes, sir.
Money. Why do you care about anything else? Do you is your passion to sell tea? No, to earn money. That's why you start a business. So profit. Do you think profit is the most important thing? And next important thing is who will use this business? Whom I selling this business to? Right? How I will make the tea, but if I have a good if I sell the tea in a cup or a this thing, if I have tables, if I have, let's say, music, if I have a best locality, but what's the use of all this when we don't only have customers? So do you think customers is the most important thing? And if they, I mean, customers will come, they will pay to you, then only you will earn the profit, na?
Yes, sir.
So target at and so customers should be happy. Now tell me how customers will be happy coming to you. Ways of making them happy. Come on.
Sir, tea quality is the main thing because
Excellent, excellent. Now does it depend upon the customer segments? If your students are coming to the tea stall, will they have different requirements? If the corporates, business people come for your tea shop, will they have a different requirement? Can someone give example? Yes or no?
yes, sir. Like the one who are like corporates, they may prefer black tea over normal tea.
Correct. Yes, yes. What about students? What about people who are passing by near your tea stall? Can they become your customers?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Huh. Yes. So the requirements will change. So some of the points you have discussed so far are location, resource, chai patti, milk, water, then stove, all that variants of tea, masala tea, iced tea, high quality tea. Have you heard about CCD, Cafe Coffee Day? What is they are selling only coffee, right? But
Yes,
see the
sir.
ambience which they are providing. See the. I mean, that is also successful, right? Still, their tea is costly. Their coffee is costly. Still, people go there and sit and buy and drink that, right? Locality also matters. Who is the end customer? Whether it's a student or a corporate. Serving of tea, we have discussed. Cost, promotion of tea. Someone talked about the pamphlets, advertisement, branding. You know, then can keep additional value products. For example, material products. Along with tea, you have served biscuits, coffee, chocolates, alternative to sustain business, right? Then customers feedback, market survey. Do you think competitors will also play a role? Let's say in the locality you have 10 different tea stalls already there and you have the 11th person. So competitors will also have na what uniquely you are providing. So why customers will come to you and not those 10 tea stalls? That also it's a market survey, right? Then profit. Then how is your products perceived? Okay. The customers also should be happy. That's why you constantly take the feedback to the regular customers, right? You don't want ki one customer has come today to you, then the next time that same customer is going somewhere else. That way you're losing the sales, right? You the material procurement, suppliers. You require that milkman to be regular. If there is a strike or you should have alternate resources. Then, do you require permission to open it? Is that also important? License you should have, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you should take the license properly. BMC will provide the licenses. Okay. So see, there are so many ideas which you have already discussed. So you're already on the right track, right? So you think a simple example of starting a tea business has so many aspects, and these are all the aspects, common aspects. Even if you sell either a 10 rupee tea or a 1,000 rupee product or a 1 lakh rupee product, the steps will remain the same. You have to have a distributor, you have to have advertisements, you have to have a marketing, you have to have a cost model, you have to have a profit model at the start. So next question is, do you think we will get success after implementing the above points which you have discussed? Do you think we will get a success?
So we also should have a plan about how to sustain. Like,
Yes, yes, correct. So do you think, my question remains, do you think you will get success in this business?
Depends on
So
customer.
what's a measure of success over here? When can you say this tea business is successful?
when the customers are coming and buying your tea.
Excellent. Yes, of course. What else?
Quality of the tea.
They will come back to it. So if the same customer, you're retaining the customer, that means you're on the right track and you're earning profits. Next, what else? What are the other measures of success?
Great profits.
Uh,
Yeah. What else?
you're
Great
getting word of mouth
point.
publicity.
Correct. So even you without publicity, people coming to your tea shop, and when they go to their places, they say, oh yeah, this tea shop which has opened new is serving very good tea. Their ambience is also very good, and they're offering extra services also. Their benches and all is very good. The locality is very good. So they are promoting your brand. I mean your business model. So that's a measure of success. What else?
So location can play a major role. Like if we are if the tea stall is located near the station, so people
Yes.
will come.
Yeah. So if a tea stall is located near education institutes, they will attract more customers. Like even if you come in your Vidyalankar campus, you see outside when you come from the station, Vidyavihar station to the campus, you see lot of small shops, tea stops. They are making, selling different Chinese goods or pani puri stalls. Do you see that? So they attract they attract students. Who is their main focus? Students normally come through their this thing, right? And we have 10 different stalls which are selling pani puri or petes or all that. And still, they have to strive, right? So that is what they do. So you re-innovate the same product. You sell something else with the tea. That can be a measure of success if that works. Okay. So if we implement all these suggestions, again I'm asking, will the product be successful? Yes or no? What is your response after discussing so many points?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why
Yes.
not?
If you as a businessman don't think your product will be successful, it won't be successful. If you're earning profits, let's say you're investing some X amount of money, right? And you're earning X plus 1,000. So that's a profit. Every day you're earning 1,000 rupees. So that means per month you're earning 30,000. What else do you want to opening a small business like this stall? Correct? So let's say once again we do the same exercise, but I will do it from my end. We try to understand the process. So if we are opening a business that is a tea stall, ultimate objective is to earn profit. So do calculation. What is required to earn the profit? It is the sale of the product. So to achieve a certain amount of sale, let's say you want to sell 1,000 cup of tea in a day. So to consume 1,000 cup of tea, I need customers, right? So customer is the key for any business. Now, which customer? Which group of population, whether it is a student or a corporate or a people passing by, Who will be my customer? So identification of customer is very, very important. Then what value proposition we are offering as a tea company or a stall, that a particular customer, he or she, they will become my regular customer. So what offerings, which unique offerings which we are providing, whether ambience, whether you are serving in a locality, or a good, whether you have a TV, or whether you have, you know, some advertisement, some form of advertisement, or why a group of people or can a group of people or a customer or a cluster can become my customer, right? So to achieve my goal, let's say sell 1,000 cup of tea per day, what are the requirements? Whether ambience is a requirement, or whether we need a location, or whether we need a distribution partner, or whether we need a plastic cup or a glass cup, or whether we need a wooden table or a plastic tables, plastic chairs. These all are additional things which will help me achieve my goal, right? So this simple business model which we have created, or business strategy which we have created, we have list down the list of requirements. So we can take or any business, and it will be based on these few parameters only. So basically we are indirectly building this business model canvas. Can you see this value proposition? The value proposition, why customers to come to me, what are the unique selling points which you have, in spite of 10 tea stalls nearby, why they are coming to me. This business model canvas has to be filled up before initiating any business. What are my key activities, right? Playing a music, is it that my key activity, right? Of keeping a TV, interior decorations, better ambience, for example, cafe coffee day. What are your key resources? What do you require, a servant or a cook? What are your key partners? What are your suppliers? Who will bring the, you know, ingredients, milkman, grocery shop, glass table, chair, billing, machine, electricity. What is required to run my business will all come in key partners. What is the cost structure, right? You have a lot of cost. You will invest. You'll buy that location either on rent, or you will buy that place. That is the initial cost, premium cost, nominal cost. You have to pay to the suppliers. You have to pay for marketing. You have to pay for the infrastructure, right? So if you have the best tea, best price, but no customer, the whole idea is a waste of time and money. Okay, so you will require customer segment. So are you all understanding what is your revenue stream? What are your channels, distribution partners, your customer relationships? So all these are required for initiating a business. So in this course, you will be getting a particular your idea. You have to put it in this business model canvas, and that will be one of the very major assignment, or you know, which will carry out, and which will carry some marks also, and everyone will be this thing activity. Okay, fine. Any questions? We will stop today at this business model canvas, and next time we'll begin. I'll continue from here only. Any questions? Anyone or want to ask? Any doubts in this? I hope that
Sir, is
this
this a
you know, idea. Yes, sorry.
sorry, sir. Is this an assignment that we have to do, or just a group activity?
I will let you know. See, now we have around 5-6 days there. So I will give you explain the assignment in the MS Teams only. Right now, if I explain the assignment, it will eat away your time. But basically, you have to do this. I'll explain you the assignment. No problem. No worries. Okay. Anything else other than this? Okay. Okay, so if you have no doubts, I mean, that's it for today, right? So it's good that we started on time today, and we are ending on let's say we have exceeded some 5 minutes, and we had a very good interaction.